Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking whatever. I'm going to be talking about brief history of the Detroit Pistons, and I'm turning this into a series. We're going to go city by city. So right now we're in the city of Detroit. So we've done football, we're doing basketball, and then I think I'm going to do hockey and then baseball. So from 1941 to 1957, the Detroit Pistons were in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So they were not the Detroit Pistons, so I'm not talking about that era. So when I say 50s, they really only played 2 seasons in the 50s. So when I say their win-loss record, it's going to be really low. They won 61 games and lost 83. And they did not win a single championship, and in my notes I just have only 2 seasons. In the 60s, they had a win-loss record of 313 to 486, no championships, and in the other notes I have, not as bad as the Lions. The 70s, they won, their win-loss was 382 to 438, no championships. Just wait, a savior is coming. Just wait, Detroit Pistons fans. In the 80s, they had a win-loss record of 428 to 397, their first winning record for a decade. And they won a championship in 1988 to in the 1988 to 1989 season. Isaiah Thomas, thank you, and also, Bill Lambier, Dennis Rodman, Joe Dumars, all those guys. The 90s, they won a championship in 1989 to the 1990 season. They went 411 to 377, and Isaiah Thomas continued, but just not as good because he's older. 2000s, they went 497 to 323 and won a championship in the 03 to 04 season. And, Richard Rip and Chauncey Billups, Darko Milicic. Nah, he was terrible. But, yeah. And then the 2010s, they went 333 to 471. The toilet years, essentially. So overall, their win-loss is 2,120 wins to 2,575 losses. Overall, they're under 500, but they have 3 championships. So, can you really call them a bad franchise? Especially when they had 2 back-to-back ones. So, and they've had some really good players over their years, so you can't really call them a failed franchise. So, yep. Next time we will talk about the Detroit Red Wings, and then we will do the Detroit Tigers. As you guys know, Red Wings are one of the greatest franchises in hockey. For my basketball fans, the Red Wings are essentially the Lakers of hockey. They were really good in the 60s, in the 90s, in the 2000s, but they suck now. And hopefully they'll start being good again. For football, they are what probably is going to be the Patriots. So, because the Patriots are probably going to suck. Unless it's all a factor of Bill Belichick. It might just be Bill Belichick, and that's why they're winning. We don't know. And for baseball, well, really, there isn't really a team that I think of off the top of my head that was good in the 60s and good in the 90s and 2000s. I guess I could say the Yankees, but they've just kind of been always good, so whatever. See you guys in the next video.